Welcome to SSPTV Community News. I'm Lisa Sugart. Today, as you can see, we are outside the Hazleton Police Department on 15th Street in Hazleton, and I'm here with Officer Jessica Sirkin, who is the Public Information Officer, and you had two major announcements to tell our community about today. Two new systems are in effect that will not only help the police, but will help the community, and it will keep everyone safer. First of all, the desk officer reporting system known as DOORS, and also Crimewatch.com applications. Officer Sirkin, I guess start with DOORS, the desk officer reporting system. What is this all about?
So DOORS is a system where you can self-report minor crimes that you do not know who the individual is that caused that crime. So whether it's a hit and run, identity theft, minor crashes, things along those lines, you can actually self-report them yourself. We can approve the report, and then you can get it to your email.
Now, how does this make your job better, and how does it keep the community safer?
So with these applications, this one in particular, this will free up officers. This will also assist with Luzerne County Dispatch and their response time to actually get a call out. It will also allow us to do more community policing and get more active on the roads and things along those lines.
So if someone wants to utilize this, briefly take us through what they'd have to do.
So there's multiple ways that you're going to be able to actually do it. One, we'll have a QR code that we'll kick out that will be in English and Spanish. We will have the actual website listed on all of our social applications, or you can come in and use the computer that we have available in the lobby off 13th Street. You'll come in, you'll click which, if you want English or Spanish, then you'll click the crime that you believe has occurred to you. You will continue with the prompts, and it'll ask you question 1. If you answer a certain way, it'll allow you to go to question 2. If you answer a certain way, it'll allow you to go to question 3 and continue on until you make your report.
So Officer Sirkin, let's pretend that I am a member of the community. I came in through the 13th Street entrance into the lobby here, and this computer is sitting here, and I want to enter your new program to make a report. What do I do?
So you're going to come in, make sure it's obviously awake. Once it's awake, you'll get this screen that says DOORS sign in. Click sign in. Now you can select what language you would like, if you would like it in English or in Spanish. You go ahead and click the little Google Chrome icon, and it will automatically bring you to the site where it says Hazleton City Police Department, submit a police report online. From there, you will select what crime you are going to be submitting, whether it's criminal mischief, you can do criminal mischief to a vehicle, all the way down to identity theft and lost property. So we'll go ahead and we'll just do criminal mischief. You click it, go to continue. The next one up here, it basically tells you what the definition of criminal mischief is. It's going to ask you if it occurred outside the city. Yes or no. Do you have suspect information? If you were to click yes, it automatically comes up that because you have suspect information, you must talk to a police officer. It gives you the non-emergency line for the 911 center or 911. If you are in here, you could just click the little blue box and that'll connect you to dispatch. If you were to click no, it allows you to the next question. Did damage occur to your vehicle? Yes or no. You click yes, it automatically pops you to the next confirmation questions, meaning make sure this happened in the city and do you have suspect information? Those are the same. It continues to go on through the prompts so that you can file your report.
So now another system was the Crimewatch.com apps. Mm-hmm. So this is really cool how this is going to work and make things a lot easier for the community.
Yes, the Crimewatch application, you'll actually be able to download an app, whether it's an Android or Apple, that also comes into English, Spanish, and believe it or not, multiple other languages on their sites, and it'll allow us to interact with the community faster and better.
So now we can sign up for notifications, and there's a camera registry, which I think is unique too. So tell us about those.
So the camera registry allows the community, if you have cameras, home security systems basically, and you would like us to be able to know, hey, I have a camera, an incident occurred outside my house, here's my contact information, and that's all private, that does not get released to the public. We'll be able to contact you and actually see the crime that occurred that your camera is recorded.
And some other interesting things. You said there's a handle with care registry and a pet registry. I think our viewers are probably very interested on that.
So those are two of the applications on this Crimewatch that I'm most excited about. So pet registry. A big thing in Hazleton is that dogs get out, cats get out, and people are looking for them and they're running on the streets. Typically, we'll have somebody transport that animal to the shelter, and we have a run that we can put that dog in. Now, you'll be able to register your animal, give us the name, where they live, a photo, things along those lines. And if we come across your animal, we can pull it up on the Crimewatch application. We say, hey, this is Fluffy. Fluffy lives at this address. Here's a phone number. Let's call his parents and try to get him picked up.
Wow, that's amazing. And you can also help people with elderly community or
Yes.
people in need at home?
So the Handle with Care is going to be for anybody who might, have dementia, Alzheimer's, autism, things along those lines, where you're going to be able to submit a photo. You'll be able to put information in there about that person, maybe what they like, what they don't, how to handle that person, a number and an address, and we'll actually be able to be on the street with them, talking to them, pull it up, see, okay, yes, this is so-and-so, let's get him home to where he belongs.
And because we really appreciate the job that all of you are doing, we can actually send a comment thanking an officer if we'd like to.
So another thing that they have is it's compliment an officer. So if you believe an officer has done something good in their job or with the public, you can submit that at any time. We'll be able to review it and give that to the officer and commend them on their good work.
And if I understand correctly, I can submit a tip, I can make a traffic complaint. There are so many things. It's kind of endless.
It is an endless kind of website, but everything in that website is going to help us help the community. It's going to allow us to see maybe where we can go ahead and gain more and be able to be better at what we're doing.
So now you have these new added features, but you still have the tip line
Yes.
and the number, and they can still come here if they have to.
Yes, we urge anybody, if they feel like they are in an emergency and that they need police contact, please contact 911 immediately. Please come to our police station. We ask you that you utilize the 13th Street side entrance. There is a blue box there. You push the button, it goes immediately to 911. We don't want these applications to take that place. That's not what our goal is. If you're in an emergency, please contact us. We are here for you 24/7, 365 days.
How excited are you to have this, and what do you think it will mean for your department?
I'm super excited. I mean, it's going to make my job a lot different. I'm going to be able to actually push things out on the internet, and it's going to be professional. It's going to take us into a new step of this technology era.
I'm now joined by Lucy Morgan, Director of Emergency Services for Luzerne County. Lucy, how will the new Doors program make your job easier?
Well, unfortunately, there's a nationwide staffing crisis at 911 centers. So what they're doing is not innovative, but it will help us in the long run. It takes a lot of time to A, answer the calls, B, get all the information, and then C, get it to somebody that dispatches and actually gets it out to the police department. So this will streamline the whole process. Not only that, a lot of the calls, obviously, everything is important in an emergency to some people, but like a heart attack is important, maybe a noise complaint, not so important. So this will help prioritize, hopefully, if people will use the system, help prioritize and take a lot of the nuisance calls out of our queues. Sometimes people call 911 and they think we're not answering or that they're on hold, and that is not the case. It's just that once you call, you're in a queue. We had someone unfortunately have a heart attack. 15 people at the same place tried to call in the same call. So that overwhelms the call takers, and then you think there's dead air or we're not answering or that you're on hold, and you're really not. It's just that when it's extremely busy like that, we can only handle so many calls at a time. So if a lot of these nuisance calls are taken out of that will help streamline all of our work, and it really shows a team effort, not just at the 911 center or Hazleton Police Department, but together for the betterment of the citizens and residents.
So yeah, if they were waiting, before, they can get through right away if they use this new system.
Absolutely, and that would really help us, and we hope that the residents will take advantage of this system, and I applaud what they're doing, and I thank them not only for what they're doing, but for inviting us and making us part of this press release, because it is so important.
Hopefully other communities then will join and get this system as well, because that would further help you.
We hope so too, and it's a win-win, because the residents too, they're getting all kind of services. Obviously she talked about them, but I was very impressed just listening to everything that the system could do.
Brian Black is the Quality Assurance and Training Coordinator for Luzerne County 911. Brian, I guess, tell us what it was like before this system and how this is going to change your job.
Well, before this system actually came into play, when a person would call 911, and they call 911 for a lot of different things. We'd rather people call 911 for an emergency situation or if they do need a police officer, but a lot of times they would call 911 for any kind of reason. Anything from, granted, dog barking and stuff like that could turn into be something, but a lot of different reasons people would call 911. Now, what will happen with this new system is those things that are not a serious emergency can go through this system here where they can actually do the stuff online. Officers can get back to them and as quickly as they could. But the thing is, though, it'll also free up a dispatcher or free up a call taker for taking those emergency calls and being able to spend that time on the phone with that person that has that actual emergency call, where they can be giving them instructions for saving a person's life with doing CPR or even delivering a baby or something like that they have done on the phone.
This comes at a really good time because 911 programs everywhere are short-staffed.
Oh, yes, they are. There are a lot of 911 centers throughout the whole country are very short-staffed. So it's very easy to become a 911 dispatcher. You apply for it online, and what it would be is they would put you through the training. It's a paid training for, we put you right through the whole training process. Now, granted, it's not the job for everybody, but, we give you all the training that you would need to actually become a 911 dispatcher.
I'm now with Gina Crone, who is the 911 PSAP Operations Manager. You have a stressful job. It's a stressful operation, taking all these calls coming into everywhere. What does this news today mean for you and your coworkers?
Well, I feel that it should hopefully definitely cut down on non-emergency response calls. We do receive a lot of calls all the time, day in and day out, especially on nice days. So hopefully it'll just kind of cut down on some of the non-emergency things.
Have the numbers been going up for the calls over the years?
Yes. Yes, quite drastically at times.
What do you see like as the most kind of calls that you get, I guess, or is it a variety?
It's a variety. I mean, there's times where we may get a multitude of calls on one car accident on the interstate because everybody calls in, or, structure fire, everybody calls. So it really depends on the day.
Well, this will hopefully cut down on the calls because they can go right into this program now and do it electronically. So you'll probably still get some calls, but it'll cut it back.
But I think it would open up the lines for more emergency calls, whether it be medical emergencies, in progress calls.
And for somebody watching this, they might say that, they see something, but they're afraid, oh, it's 911, I don't want to call. There's kind of like you're always afraid that you're bothering people. What do you tell them if they have an emergency? Should they be hesitant?
No. If there's an active emergency going on, absolutely call 911.